Hey guys, it's Joe here from Priority Tech, and I'm sorry I haven't had anything to post in a while. I did just get at least one new piece of technology I thought would be worth showing you though. So about a week back, I bought the Samsung Chromebook 3 for my first year of college. I have no experience with Chromebooks, so I thought it would be something I might be able to do my basic word processing and email needs for school with, as well as maybe watch a YouTube video here or there. What I found was actually a shockingly powerful, cheap laptop that I honestly think for most non-powered users would be an excellent alternative to Windows or Mac OS. For the last week I have been using this Chromebook for virtually everything besides video editing and gaming, and I found that it's surprisingly capable for a laptop that really only runs Google Chrome. So with that all out of the way, I figured the first thing we should look at is hardware. What does this thing have under the hood? Well, I have the 4GB model, which currently costs $200, but Samsung officially lists it for $229. It has an Intel Celeron N3050, which is a dual-core CPU clocked at 1.8 GHz. Not exactly a high-end CPU by any means, but for running basic Chrome applications, it actually gets the job done pretty well. Samsung also says that the battery should last up to 11 hours. Now while this won't hold up under all usage situations, if you just use your laptop for email or word processing, you can definitely pull 11 or more hours out of this computer. Under more stressful loads like watching YouTube videos, you can still expect to pull a minimum of 6 hours and still reasonably 9 hours of usage out of a single charge. Not bad at all. Now let's look at the keyboard. This keyboard does not include the standard 10-key number pad on the side, nor does it offer most of the special Windows function buttons. You won't find a Windows key, home, insert, delete, end, etc. Instead, the Chromebook saves up the space for other features and reduces the overall space of the computer. What you will find are a series of basic media keys that will replace a lot of the F keys from a standard keyboard. Things like back, forward, refresh, full screen, a key that acts as the Alt-Tab function on Windows, as well as brightness and audio controls. You also won't find a standard caps lock key on this laptop. It is instead replaced with a search key, although you can change it in settings to caps lock, which I find to be more useful than search anyways. Overall, the keyboard is very comfortable to use, if somewhat of a learning curve for people used to using a full-size desktop keyboard, as some of the keys are not aligned exactly the way they are on desktop computers, again part of the space-saving design of this device. Now, if you need a desktop environment to play around with programs, you can install Ubuntu on your Chromebook with great ease. In my testing, I have found that at least on the 4GB model of the Chromebook, that Ubuntu runs just as well as Chrome OS, if not slightly better, although attempting to do any significant processing tasks like gaming is going to turn your laptop into a lag fest. If you're interested in seeing how to do that, I have another video planned where I will show you how to install Ubuntu on the Chromebook. Now on to the display. The display is 1366 by 768 pixels, which, although that seems a bit low by modern standards, is still a more than comfortable display to look at on an 11-inch screen. The brightness settings do allow you to get some great visuals out of your machine and make it also still usable in high light conditions like sunlight. Although I recommend against this, as turning the display up that high will significantly shorten your battery life. The audio, on the other hand, is where I really run into some problems. While loud audio sources work just fine, sound that are recorded at a more average or low level are just going to be near impossible to hear. This is partially because of the speakers being on the bottom of the device, and I'm certain that these same speakers mounted somewhere on the top would give significantly better audio. Don't worry too much about the audio, as you'll still find that about 75% of content on the internet is going to sound just fine. But prepare to be occasionally annoyed by videos that are recorded very quietly. Finally, let's talk about the webcam. I actually use the webcam on my Chromebook during certain live streaming situations where I need to leave the room with my desktop. Shockingly enough, the Chromebook webcam is not bad at all. It records in 720p, and the video quality is quite similar to the desktop webcam I have on my main computer. If you need to converse with your friends using your webcam, though, you will have to learn to like Google Hangouts, as Skype for Web currently doesn't support the use of a webcam, although audio works just fine from a Chromebook. If you use Google Hangouts, however, it supports the audio and video functionality of the Chromebook and calling. In summary, the 4GB version of the Samsung Chromebook 3 is an absolute delight to use, and it has honestly replaced my desktop for a lot of day-to-day computing tasks. It is highly portable, weighing only 2.5 pounds and being only 0.7 inches thick. The screen is sufficient for nearly any circumstance, but can be a significant battery hog if you use that maximum brightness for too long. The webcam is pretty solid for the laptop, and the microphone produces more than fair quality. With the lack of a fan, it never creates that horrible grinding hum you get from normal laptops when using their integrated microphones. If you are looking for a cheap laptop to buy for school or work, or you just want something for grandma so she can browse the web and look at email and stuff like that, I highly recommend this laptop. It's cheap, it's fairly durable, and it works well enough, and it's simple enough to use that anybody can do it.